been 21 years of tradition between these two agricultural schools in South Africa at provincial level. Really had the opportunity of a good run here for BOLAND.
Just tackle 13 wide. Captain, watch it. I just want to word with you people. 13 wide.
He ended up being a little bit short. The distance is only 2 meters further. He was out practicing before the ball. And he's whacked that brilliantly.
This is one area that BOLAND have been good at. Is the mold.
Got the advantage, Black.
They've used their forwards effectively now. He has the speedster, Sergio van Niekerk.
No advantage, you're illegal there. 7 offsides. 7 white offsides from their maul. Last feet, please.
That's Ronaldo Ferreira who's been penalised.
Got a goal. Number 7, last feet.
Yeah, swim through it if you are to step in. Rolling ball and it's given to Williams.
It's another clean strike from the scrum half, and he's got the 3 points. Big tackling that is required from BOLAND. Angled run there for this
Penalty advantage, right?
There's been a lot of very courageous defensive work from BOLAND Agriculture.
Tackles up.
Change of direction. Clever play. Excellent play. It's a try then to Armand Yunus. He changed the direction of play. He had such an excellent game on Tuesday against Italy, and today the vital try for his team.
Montianas is broken the shackles down at the midfield, farming off the ball, and he barreled over a number of defenders.
Good work from Daniel Maria.
Who's that?
Spark that OAKDALE is looking for. Morris White. Space, that's good covering from Luke Verlander. Smart just open up things, Gary. Both teams run out of the opportunity for carrying the ball. Right on him by the fullback. Excellent play. Pass it on there to Jockey Bokova. And suddenly we've got a goal line.
Knock that down to Luke Verlander. What a slinking run from the back. He timed his pass to perfection, and then it was the flying centre, JT Potgieter, who thunders in for BOLAND.
Referee's whistle is got, and that's going to signify the end of the match. It's another historic victory then. And well, 1 try apiece, 1 to Potgieter for BOLAND, and 1 to Yunus for OAKDALE. Premier Inter-Schools Rugby brings us down to Riversdale for the big agricultural derby between Hoërskool OAKDALE and Hoërskool BOLAND. So Haman decides to move through the hands, and the charge there from Kurt Eibers, receiving the ball from his twin brother William. So a good passage of play this for OAKDALE.
You see the big heavies of the OAKDALE pack coming into.
So a quick take then, and that's how close they are. OAKDALE. Here comes the charge now from Kushan du Toit.
No, back.
Can someone find their way over? A little twist there from HP van Square. And the try has been awarded. He did really well. He was stopped up, he twisted around, and just managed to pop that ball over the line. Excellent pickup, and it's a dominant ruck there for BOLAND. Again, looking to use the power of their forwards. They've got big John Ray Maria waiting, but he's not needed initially. You'll see him in the left of picture here. He might be a man that they'll want to use to carry it over, but they've got the penalty. And question time too, I guess, for BOLAND. Wonderful that the crowd are just quiet as William comes in, and no problem then. Dead-eye Dick, as Gareth Wright called him, and it certainly is. Two important kicks from William.
Advantage.
Well, BOLAND off their feet there at the ruck. You're not allowed to play that. What a dummy! What a dummy! Where are the players? Another one! Whoa! What are we going to see here?
Run!
Well, the crowd are on their feet. They were on their feet. They still on their feet.
Hands nine.
And I'll tell you what. Here comes another charge and another effort from Oakdale. Tap and go. They feel they've got momentum. Can they finish off?
Yeah, he scored!
This is so close. It's another chance here. HP van Square, who stopped another chance. The big boys come. It's another one. Hermanus Puerta. What a try. What a build-up.
But it all started from that man he shot. HP van Square. He threw the first dummy. Everybody bought it. He threw the second dummy. And then he had enough pace to get it within 5 meters of the line. The ankle tap came in from the fullback, and then Hermanus Puerta crashes through BOLAND.
That ball's off the deck at the moment, so if he blows the whistle, it'll be half-time, surely. No, it's a penalty. It's another beauty then from Darren Adonis.
Well done!
Jondre Williams, often a go-to man, one would think.
Advantage number 3 on kant.
Out on the left wing, and in some ways, with respect to Dion Carstens, one feels that Jondre Williams is a little bit wasted out wide. Needs to also understand that they have a chance again to get back into this game. No problem with the distance, and he's got the 3 points, so it's still game on. BOLAND absolutely hanging in here. Dane Kennemeyer waiting for it on the near side. Van Square with the long pass. This is Bertie de Bot. That's a neat little kick there, but eventually it's into time. I think there's going to be a penalty here to Oakdale for a late tackle. And then chips it over. Abers. Here comes that man Adonis, but he's hauled in by Lawrence van Dijk. Still they come. This time Buddha Haman. Eventually he's hauled into touch, but he won't be too worried because he knew there was a penalty accruing. No problem. Adonis has got the points when they really need it.
Fine.
Well, there goes Ati Marawa again. 3 times then the replacement hooker looking for his way through. Oh, they've got numbers, yeah. Surely they've got to make this count. That's a little bit of a sidestep, but it's Sergel van Nikker who gets a consolation try for BOLAND. That's a very, very good effort from them, yeah. Good sidestepping there from Sergel van Nikker. So no problem then for Williams. Absolutely brilliant there. 2 tries to Oakdale, just the 1 to BOLAND. Final score then, Oakdale 21, BOLAND 19. A big welcome to all of you to this Premier Inter-Schools encounter between these two agricultural schools, as we call them, and the big test to see which farmer is the better rugby player today. We've got glorious weather here in Wellington, or voor Paardenberg as we should call it, just outside Wellington, and have a look at those stats. Well, absolutely perfect for rugby for both the players as well as the spectators. The kick downfield from BOLAND, but it's an attacking opportunity here for Pity Ace. Looks for the drop goal. Didn't steady himself enough, or did he? Yep, a brilliant kick that. He kicked it on the run, which is not an easy thing to do. And Pity Ace draws first blood for Oakdale.
He was on the run and then he just hammered it low and it swerved from left to right.
That's good, quick delivery, but just look out of the starting blocks. There was Darren Adonis defensively for Oakdale. Now this kick is into space. Back for it, Pity Ace. It's a terrible bounce for him. And, well, have BOLAND scored a try here?
Swart speler het hem teruggeslaan, toe op hy weer vorentoe toe druk hy die 3. Sê dit so?
Oh, the try's been awarded, and it's everything that BOLAND needed after carrying a fair bit of possession through a couple of phases in the last 5 minutes or so. It's the captain, Heinrich Brindel.
And the bounce of the rugby ball was rather unkind for the men from Riversdale, but brilliant work by the live wire scrum off Dion Carstens. He saw space in behind, put the bouncing rolling kick in, and
brilliant play this from Oakdale. There's the pop pass, and NJ Simon, has he got over? Yep, he has. The tries are flowing here at Voor Paardenberg.
Well, it's the right winger, NJ Simon, who's broken the shackles for Oakdale and got in, but marked that down to the break from Darren Adonis, sizing up the opposition in front of him.
Surely should be the call. Freiling, lovely little offload from him. The finish is by Nasson. And they've got exactly what they were looking for, BOLAND.
What sublime skills by Louis Freiling that freed up Darren Nasson. And BOLAND have struck just before half-time.
Sit, steady.
Yeah, that in and out has not been something that they've managed to accomplish yet in this game. Here's their chance now, and can they get it over? Oh, if that's over, what a good finish that from Hoffman. So difficult when you're tight against the touchline to be able to get that ball down with a long reach.
That is outstanding play by the right winger, Duran Hoffman.
Not much room to move in here, but they're very, very close now. Again, it's the big fellas. A fortuitous bounce and a try.
Well, it is the inside centre, Henlo Marais, who has got in for try number 4 for BOLAND. And surely that is the final nail in this Oakdale coffin.
And we've seen the power that they've shown at scrum time. Can they do the same with the maul? It starts the drive. They're very close. And they're over. Pierre van Heerden, the captain, in with a try. And their first points of the second half, Oakdale.
Well, is he the man who's galvanized his troops to get them back into this contest?
Adonis, he's been very evident in the attacking forays of Oakdale during the course of this game. Oh, it's back for another penalty. One of the good things, Gareth, is we haven't seen any yellow cards in this game, and yet there could have been a couple. Nathan Barry's done well with it. Now the big charge for the line from Hanno Olafir, and over he goes.
Well, are we in for a grandstand finish? Hanno Olafir has breathed life into this Oakdale challenge, and if Pity Simon can pop this over, well, there'll be a few butterflies fluttering around the spectators of BOLAND as the crowd streams onto the field. It is BOLAND who have defeated their old enemy by 4 tries to 3 in a pulsating game, 27 points to 22.
In the early stages of the garden route on the east coast of South Africa, you will find the small town of Riversdale, where we meet you today for an agricultural derby of epic proportions between Oakdale and BOLAND. This time it's Frank Venter, but he has been told to give it to Gavin Mills, and they send it to the back line. Looking for gaps. That tackle. Not sure if the penalty has been given for the tackle.
70 as well.
I don't believe it's for a tip tackle. I believe that it's probably Henko Bierkes that got trapped in no man's land and needed to roll out of that ruck.
Presents another opportunity to Gavin Mills to put the first points of this game on the board. Doesn't take much time to get through his kicking routine, Gavin Mills, and those are the first points of the game. 3-0 to BOLAND after 18 and a half minutes. Leander Toy feeds. Good scrum this time from Oakdale. Clyde Lewis gets out of the situation, and JC now takes it in front to Zima. He is going over and under the bar.
Well, that is all you can call as a solid scrum, but the dummy run of the fly half, Clyde Lewis, created space for his captain.
False. Getting the hearts racing.
That was so close, but yet so far. To me, it looked like a try, but unfortunately not.
Tap and go from Oakdale, looking to increase the pace of this game. Here's Hannes Gous. He's a very powerful runner for this side. Been looking forward to see him get into action. Great run around the corner, but met by a huge hit. A try nonetheless. Oakdale score again.
Well, it's good play from Oakdale, and they use the big man, Hannes Gous, to set the target. And then an outstanding play, a little dummy run, and their big prop forward, Dejan Bleuler, scores the try at 108 kilograms, but it's a well-constructed team try from this Oakdale outfit.
Peter Ace takes the responsibilities, and over the halfway line it goes. BOLAND have some ground to make if they want to score a try. Stepping into contact is Darren Hendricks. That tackle looked like it was high and called as such. Gavin Mills looks to improve his percentage this afternoon. 1 of 3. Becomes 2 of 4. Crucial kick for BOLAND, and Gavin Mills brings them back into this match. They try the spectacular here. Running out of steam somewhat as they continue to crash the ball into the faces of the Oakdale defenders in the pillar positions. It's wonderful work from Darren Hendricks. Released the ball, got up off the ground and continued to drive forward, and he's won his team a penalty. Looks like another clean strike, and he takes it from 2 out of 4 to 3 out of 5. He's truly found his form, Gavin Mills, and he's dragging BOLAND back into this rugby game. Turnover is good as the call from the ref, and BOLAND once again have an opportunity to send it back Oakdale's way. There's nobody back at fullback for them here. Trouble if the ball does not bounce kindly. The arriving players are there. It should be a turnover for BOLAND here. They're men with hands on the ball, and it is a penalty to BOLAND.
Varsity Cup team to their first victory last year.
That kick has gone over the bar, and the scoreline is now 14 points to 12 in favor of Oakdale. Constantly men looking to make the turnover immediately. A penalty could come at any time if they're not careful. Once again around the corner, they've appealed for it, and a penalty comes! It's a penalty to BOLAND! That is trouble! Picking and going inside your own 22-meter line at a time like this. 10 seconds on the clock. It's a 2-point ball game, and BOLAND have the chance to win the derby in the dying moments with a penalty. No tries for this team right now, but they have a 3 points on offer from this penalty, and it's going to be their captain, Darren Hendricks, to take it. I cannot tell you how many heads are in the hands right now. People are drying their eyes. That's JC Nell. It's not JC Nell, I don't think, but that is one of the Oakdale players really feeling the pressure of the moment. But the pressure of the moment is truly on Darren Hendricks right now. He is the number 10 for BOLAND, and he has the chance to win the agricultural derby in stoppage time. Hendricks approaches, up it goes. He has missed it! Unbelievable! What a finish to the match! He's missed out, and Oakdale are over the moon! Well, Oakdale dominated the first half, scored the 2 tries, and they stopped scoring in the second half. They finished with 14 points to the 12 of BOLAND Landbou. We have the privilege of being here for the penultimate match in that series as BOLAND Landbou host Oakdale here in the Agterparel region of the Western Cape. BOLAND attacking that ball on the ground. Straight on spreads it again. Lewis joining the line.
No advantage for Oakdale as offside play from BOLAND Landbou, and a penalty has gone the way of those in white from Riversdale in a very kickable position. Now it's whether they opt for the 3 or do they pursue with the option of trying to get the early ascendancy at line-out time. They've got a monster pack and they've decided to try put it out as close to the 5-meter line as they could have. He's just put it into touch.
Quickly in by Hendricks. Oakdale trying to set them all. BOLAND wise to that. They've driven them back. The before they could even get set, and Oakdale are searching for answers now. Trying to instigate some momentum, but it will not come, and Jooste forced to give it off to straight on. Clyde Lewis joining the line, but he's misjudged that. BOLAND capitalizing, and they have the chance to counter. Cutting straight through. Sebastian de Klerk. He's going all the way.
And the Western Province Academy Week Centre has picked up a loose pass, stretched his legs, and he sent this home crowd into raptures. The slip came in from Lewis. The pickup from de Klerk was sublime. And then look at the pace shown, sprinting away from the cross-cover defenders. Just the tonic.
Really stellar work after a difficult start, having mishandled that ball. Gous, the captain, in the back line, setting men away on the outside, but it does not go to hand. Oakdale are not hitting their straps at all as yet.
Well, that's a woeful pass from the captain, Hannes Gous. And the look on his face told a story. He was just as disappointed as Tata was on the outside. His right arm came through, just flung it over the whitewashers. BOLAND go again.
Not trying to set the rolling maul, setting Henko Smuts away. Smuts puts him on the front foot. Taste kits off within reaching distance of the try line. BOLAND are right there all of a sudden. What a pass over the top! And RJ van der Merwe scores the second try for BOLAND.
We'll be celebrating long into the night. RJ Rian van der Merwe, who's got him for their second. Front ranker partner in Smuts. He ran with purpose, and then the pop over the top to the big man from number 4, Skalk Bezuidenhout.
Right now they're just outside the 22-meter line of Oakdale. Mills weighs up his options. Another advantage for BOLAND. Numbers on the outside here. Dutoy. Those numbers were not put to use, but still breaking tackles so easily. Every time they give it a stab, BOLAND. This time Oakdale get men over the ball, but we are going back for the penalty advantage.
Well, he needs to get a message onto his captain, Hannes Gous. He needs to galvanize his guys, saying, look.
What a strike this time, straight down the center from Gavin Mills. He extends that lead to 15 points, and Oakdale are floundering. Big hit in the midfield, driving Louis Durkheeman back. That's precisely what the lads in white need to try to claim some initiative. Here's Skalk Bezuidenhout, the uncompromising captain of this BOLAND side, as they continue throwing forward, and it's Handru van der Merwe under the bar.
And now those in white are absolutely shell-shocked. There's some brilliant interpassing between the captain Bezuidenhout and Sebastian de Klerk yet again. Freed up men on the outside. And good work by Kutsia, and then look at the straight running from de Klerk. Released a flying Hanru van der Merwe, and it was shut the stable door as Landbo.
Stop! To straight arm, has to rush the kick. It's launched high onto the 10-meter line of Oakdale. BOLAND on the attack once more. And it's Javier Snyman charging forward.
Back!
Numbers out to the left here. Will BOLAND score again? Lamprecht back inside to Frenna, to Toy. It's all BOLAND on this derby day. What a celebration. In a comfortable position right now, BOLAND. They've decided to keep coming at Oakdale. Wrapping around the back, Javier Snyman, who's been very impactful today for BOLAND. Henko Smuts carrying BOLAND beyond the 22-meter line. The relentless advance of the boys in black jerseys continues. Frana du Toit, this time Tean du Plessis approaching the 5-meter line. They continue advancing. Mills out the back of the hand. This is out of this world rugby. This is Premier Inter-Schools at its very best. Closer to the 22-meter line than the try line. We are beyond 10 phases. Oakdale can take solace in that. This time it's LaRue Pepler, another player who's been desperately underutilized. So many stars in this team. Numbers on the blind. Big contact. Peter Maritz. But BOLAND are over the ball, losing their feet. On the blind again. Try time this time. Trevino Gordon strikes back for Oakdale. Is there a path back into this match?
A number of penalties did Oakdale, and eventually plugging the blind side, it was Trevino Gordon who's come up with the goods. Good work by Gordon on the blind side, calling from it.
Right on the brink of it now, Oakdale. They must score. Snyman spreads it to Klink. Klink weighing up his options. He's past his man! Klink finally gets there, and Oakdale score again.
What a riposte by Janko Klink. Onto position where Oakdale. This pass was spun out to Klink. He just stopped and went again, and he got on the outside of big drive coming their way that they'll have to keep at bay.
Trying to set the rolling maul, rising up to receive was Taste Kitsoff. It's all broken up, but they're in for the try. Confusion leads to the try, which leads to bedlam in the stands. Just be absolutely bereft. Every time they're building something, it goes horribly wrong, but here's Clyde Lewis with a chance to show exactly what he's got. Clyde Lewis past the first, second, and the third. Clyde Lewis evades the fourth. Clyde Lewis is finishing everybody off. Oh, wow! That rugby is plucked straight from the heavens. Clyde Lewis has taken us there. Stepping numerous players, he beat at least 4 and he went over himself, stamping his name on this match.
Well, all you can say is wow, because that's the adjective to describe the silky running from Lewis. He jinked and swerved around numerous would-be defenders, got around Mills, and a brilliant solo individual effort by the fullback in Lewis, gliding through some woeful defence, and then look at the finishing by Lewis. Brilliant work by the man in the number 15 jersey, Clyde Lewis.
Working it to Taste Kitsoff now. It's all Boland right now. The possession is completely locked down. Franny du Toit chopped down in the tackle.
Ball's available.
Mills again, always looking to see if the sniper's on, and looking, checking, and breaking. Sebastian de Klerk, the pass is off to Baptist Bart, and if he doesn't deserve a try today. A shining light for Oakdale, that much is for certain. Jooste, straight on. Stain has been intercepted. He's caught it, and he's caught it clean, all the way downfield. None other than Baptist Bart, and put a fork in it, because this one is done. This derby's in the books, and Boland are bouncing.
Oakdale from Riversdale by 56 points to 19, 8 tries to 3, and it is all Boland Lumpo in this Lumpo derby.
We are Optiplars for the 2019 Farm Derby between Oakdale and Boland. Here is the Boland side. Look out for Henku Smuts, Western Province. Craven Week, Buta Moorman in the 15 jersey. Missed out on Western Province trials because he had a spider bite. In the locks is where they might look to thrive with Marco de Wit and Janu Olafir. Onto the Oakdale side, Sabran van Dijk is their captain. AJ Olofsson has come into the side to replace Corne Raal, aka Portloot, who is with the South African Schools A side. A massive loss, and therefore Boland might attack the lineouts as a point of weakness in Oakdale. Vernon Paulo, the Craven Week representative for Oakdale, moves into the locks to counter that, to add some power.
Back five back.
Taran digs in, he sends it blind. Wide it goes from Nortje, through the hands, brilliantly so by Wenzel. Still looking for the try, but Oakdale hold on once more. They must release. Head down and go from Stefan Nortje. Taran has been giving great service from the 9, and now he saves himself a try. What a start from Boland.
Well, it's a 5-minute picture-perfect start from this Boland agricultural side. Continued pressure. And then it's the little scrum off. Jacques Taran sniping around the base of that loose ruck.
Now the opportunity to turn 5 till 7 for Keenan Wenzel. Wenzel with a very chippy action. It's on target. It is over. Boland lead by 7 points to 0.
And they find themselves once again in a promising position to launch an attack. Their first scrum, they suffered.
That one's held up quite well for both sides. It's out to Wenzel. The switch play. An aggressive line, but shut down as Kanan Moody. Taran He's been deeply involved. The clearance has been outstanding. Janu Olafir, men are sweeping around on the right for BOLAND, and Henry van der Westhuizen has stopped in his tracks. There are still numbers on the blind for BOLAND, and Oakdale must attack that ball on the ground. That defense is aggressive in the highest order. Courtney Smith is going backwards. The dummy in go from Wenzel. He's dragged down short. These Oakdale players are showing great heart, but Moorman goes for the line. Is he held up short as well? Yes, he is. Once more, it's presented for BOLAND. Taron gets it away. Short of the line once more. It's mere centimeters involved, and over they go, BOLAND. The resistance could not hold from Nibola, and Oakdale suffer their second try.
Well, this, all you can call this, is a continuous barrage of attack. Take nothing away from this BOLAND side. They knocked and eventually that front door opened, and it's Henko Smuts.
Knock-on comes, and we're going back for a penalty advantage. Interesting decision to be made here by Oakdale, who are yet to get a foothold in this match. Do they go for the post? Do they go for touchline?
It's exactly what the doctor ordered. Slow it down. Add the 3.
The 3 points are good. It is 12 points to 9. 12 points to 3, pardon me, Bum. Thank you for those 3 fingers.
Perfect line-out position for this Oakdale side.
And they finally get one wrong. Herman Otto pounces back onto the ball, but he is dragged into touch. Just when they needed perfection, finally, BOLAND effective in disrupting the line-out ball of Oakdale.
It was well contested by BOLAND, but unfortunately for them, knocked on in that line-out effort. So it will be a scrum set up for this Oakdale side. Options left and right.
Out it comes from Peterson, some dummy plays. The inside ball from Victor to Bush. It is golden. What a try from Oakdale.
All you can call that is set-piece brilliance. A starter move that was probably done yesterday in the captain's run, time and again, and it worked out to perfection. Firstly, Paul, it started with a stable scrum. That's what counted. And then silky touches in front of heavy traffic. Razzle-dazzle by the young winger. Bush scores.
Wow! How in the heavens did that come about? Listen to the hush of the crowd. Oakdale, the dedication of their defense is absolutely magical. BOLAND continue to wrestle their way.
Stay on the line, stay on the line.
Right next to the post, they could reach out and touch. In for the try is Reinhard Spies, the captain of BOLAND, banging down the Oakdale door.
Continuous pressure. But Paul, their ball retention has been extremely good in the opening section of the second half.
Dedicated charge down attempt from Oakdale, but the kick is straight over. In it comes from Tian Du Plessis. It is not executed to perfection from BOLAND. They will get the chance to clear through Jacques Taron. Not a great deal of distance on that box kick, and charging onto it is Bush. Try scorer for Oakdale, who throws a loose pass after making meaningful progress. Oakdale very lucky to get possession back. Peterson out to Francis. They're working it to the right. Here's Brennan Paulo. Paulo, the powerhouse. Paulo, the phenomenon. Paulo powers his way over the line, and Oakdale put this game back in the balance.
Well, it takes a moment of brilliance from this Oakdale side in the form of Vernon. That is class.
We are now watching the derby rugby we've come accustomed to in this country. It really is so fantastic to watch the season ramp up as the games go on, and you get matches like this, which means so much to these players. Vern and Paolo, so quiet throughout the match. They've been trying to implement him in the back line in the center field. They finally got him into some space, and the try has resulted. And this is a pivotal kick to make it a 4-point match for Alweg van der Linde. Please, what a kick that is from Alweg van der Linde.
Set.
Good grief, look at that contest at scrum time. Oakdale absolutely cranking it to the BOLAND team. Can they fight for it on the ground? No, the scramble from BOLAND is exemplary. The lineouts are all going to BOLAND in the second half, the scrums all to Oakdale. Over the top it comes, this time from CJ Sname on their inside center, but it's Matthew Stevens on the counter-attack! Watch out! It's Stevens! He's busted wide open! He's in the corner! Oh, this is magnificent rugby! Riversdale is lighting up!
Paul, we called it with ball in hand. Oakdale show exactly what they can do. But once again, the catalyst is little Keaton Bush. But take a look at the running line of Matthew Stevens. He goes through that gap. He cracks on the afterburners. No one can say, look at that. That is just perfect timing. Take nothing away from Bush either. The timing of his pass and the way that Stevens ran onto that ball at pace.
Back to Victor, on to Paolo. He pops it off for Neil Francis. Back it goes for Hendrik Victor. Hendrik Victor! You better believe it! You better believe it! It's in the book! It's in the bag! Hendrik Victor just put a drop goal over to make it a 4-point match. They go right again, the pass away. What a tackle! What a tackle, sending the man backwards from Alken Willemse. For the line once more, here's Stefan Nortje. He's been so strong for BOLAND in this second half, as well as the first. It's Henku Smuts again. They've been driven backwards from the line now of BOLAND. They'll have to make that ground up. Tehran sends it to the right. It is frantic. The clock has gone red. Fighting for every inch again is CJ Snyman. 6 phases down. Tehran, they keep it short! Open your eyes and drink it in! BOLAND have snatched this game at the death! This is phenomenal stuff! It's Cornet Smith!
Well, the dam will crack eventually at the end. The continuous pressure from this BOLAND agricultural side.
Nee, het was een harde wedstrijd. We zijn trots en eer om voor OAKDALE voor 5 jaar te spelen. En ik wil net zeggen, dank voor die mannen en die pawie met die blauw. Dat was een eer.
Ja, die mannen het alles gegeven. Die old boys die uitgekomen, die mannen in die blauwe bakjes die achter ons staan, ons dat alles gegeven. Maar ons kon op die einde net die deur getrek het voor die mannen op die plaats zijn.
I can understand and I sympathize for you and your feelings. It must be so hard for you. But at the end of the day, you guys showed so much spine, guts and determination. That defensive effort, almost out of the book.
Ja, ons het voor onszelf zelfs in de naweek ons alles gegeven. Ons een tackle verdood, ons alles gegeven. En op het einde van de dag was het net niet genoeg.
It was a great game. I was saying thank you for OAKDALE. Thank you for doing this. It was a great game. Thank you. Julle het ons alles uit laat bring. Maar baie dankie. Ja.
You guys have had a bit of an up and down season. You've won a game here, lost a couple there, but this is the big one that you had to take home.
Ja, ons het maar 'n paar moeilike games gehad hierdie jaar. Maar ons het amper die game vandag verloor, maar op die einde alles deurgesit, BOLAND guts gewys. En ja, ons gaan hom geniet, dankie.